get you some. Oh, yeah. Mate, it's lucky she can cook. Wow! G'day lovelies, welcome back. Today we're going to test out this Anko 2-litre food processor. I bought it from Kmart online for $79. They are still available online and in store, and they're still $79. Well, it seems to be packed well, and there seems to be a lot of moving parts. Well, the base is a decent size and it's got a bit of weight to it, and it's got a drawer at the front here, I've noticed, with all these different cutters and graters. Now I'm getting excited. Well, it's got a really nice big 2-litre jug or bowl, whatever you want to call it, and it really looks like and feels like good quality. So what I'm going to do now is give absolutely everything a wash, and then I'm going to sit down with the user manual and see what's what. Okay, let's go through a few of the basics I got out of the book. So you need a stable, level working surface. Do not plug it into an extension cord. Make sure the dial is set to off. This is the scraper, so preferably when the blades stop you can scrape things down with it. So the blades and disc are very sharp, so you've got to be really careful. Do not use hot liquid or hot food. You must cool it down first or the food can explode out due to the steam. So that is fantastic to know. That could have been a mess. Alright, so let's go through the blades. The one on the left is for fine shredding, or as we call it, fine grating. The one on the right is for coarse shredding, which we call normal grating. So the one on the left, number 1, is for the coarse slicing, so the thicker slices, and the one on the right is for fine slicing. And this little beauty here is for cutting French fries. Now you pick whatever blade you want, and we want to slide it in with the arrow facing upwards, and it shows you which way to take it into. Slide it right into place and it's ready to go. Now whenever we use the blades that slide into the disc, we need to use the big shaft for it, and the holes in the disc is for us to put our fingers in to put it in place in the machine. Now the big blade is the chopping blade. It comes with 2 plastic covers that you need to take off before you put it in the machine. This one chops and mixes food like ingredients for dips or salsas, or cheese, onion, garlic, herbs, vegetables, meat, nuts and so on. Now the smaller plastic blade is for dough, and no matter which one you use, you want to make sure the 4 notches are up the top. So these 2 are low, the disc is high. And I absolutely love how it all fits neatly into the drawer. Now when it comes to the lid, I'm not actually sure why this opens, because if you to put your pusher things in, it's sort of like, and you're not going to just put something big in with your hand. Maybe it might be easier to pour cooled down liquid in or something, I'm not sure. But what we've got to do is we've got to close that and push it down to lock it in. And then we just slide that back if we want to unlock it. Now this is to push our veggies down with. And I also did read in there as well, don't push hard on it when you're pushing the veggies down. Do it gently. So this one actually goes in and it locks into place. Both of these are solid at the bottom now, with these little dot things on them, I suppose, to help grip the veggies. And then once we put our veggies in, we can just gently push down with this. Now if we're only doing small stuff, we can take our stopper out and we can put our smaller stuff in this one and then push it down. It's pretty easy. You sort of put it down behind it a little bit and then turn it and click it into place. And then you just flick it with your finger to unclick it. So I'm just trying to show you this now, so when we go to use it, if you can't see all these things close up, you know what they are. So with the dial, on the left it's P for pulse. So when we want to pulse anything, we just turn and hold it, let go, hold it, let go. And then on the right hand side, we've got low and high. The bowl works the same way as the lid. Just put it back a bit further, turn it around, click it into place. So we're going to make something really quick and easy. We are going to make apricot super balls. So you've got one side which is just all smooth and normal. The other side there's a black bit in there and you can see 4 notches. So we want that upwards. Well, that can't be right because it says it should be sitting about just under 1 centimetre from the bottom. So maybe we do have to put this shaft on first. Oh, that just sat in there easy. Let's try again. I can see 4 notches there. There we go. Yeah, that's like ½ centimetre or something. Something like that it said. I'm pretty confident that's right. I'm sure we'll soon find out. Alright, close the drawer back up. Get it into place. So with the apricot super balls, I will write the recipe down below the video in the description as always. First thing we need is roughly 3/4 of a cup of walnuts. And now I've got the blade in the processor. We'll just throw them in there ready to go. And we need ½ cup of flaked almonds, and I will also throw them in there ready to go. So when it comes to the dry pitted dates and the dried apricots, we need 3/4 of a cup chopped. So what we want to do is we want to chop them up and then throw them into our measuring cup, and we want to measure them once they're chopped up. So once I get 3/4 of a cup, I'll just chuck that in a bowl. And then I'll cut up 3/4 of a cup of the apricots, and then I'll just chuck them in the same bowl for after. Once we've done that, we now need some white chia seeds and some sesame seeds. I have also got some desiccated coconut to roll the balls in. So the only place I could put it is on the sink. It's not sturdy or stable, so here goes nothing. It's the only place where the cord will reach. So we've got both our nuts in there. I've already turned it on at the wall, so I'm just going to put this in, lock it into place. I've already got these in there. Alright, it says turn it to pulse for a few seconds, and if it doesn't work, I haven't put it together right. Well, that works. Like 10-15 seconds. Look at that! Oh my god, mate! It's gone beautiful and fine. Wow! I had to hold it because it's rocking a bit, but like I said, that is not a sturdy place to have it. Okay, I'm going to take the top off. I'm going to sprinkle the apricots and dates all the way around. Now we need to add 2 tablespoons of white chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of sesame seeds, and 2 tablespoons of water. Lid back on, click in. Alright, I put it on for another 20 seconds and I reckon it's absolutely perfect. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is turn it off at the wall. Take the lid off. So I'm guessing I can just pull that out. There we go. Careful that we don't cut ourselves. Now we've just got to get a small tray that will fit in the fridge with some baking paper, but I think I'm just going to use a plate and some baking paper to put them on. So we just need a couple of tablespoons or so of desiccated coconut in a bowl so we can roll our balls in them, and if you need more you can just add more. So we want to get level tablespoons of the mixture, and we want to pull it out and roll it into a ball. Oh, I'm so excited. I've been looking for another thing to munch on that's really good for you. They roll into balls so easy. Oh my god, this machine is awesome. Alright, so then we just want to lightly roll them in coconut. And we now want to put our apricot super balls on our plate with baking paper and keep going. Oh yeah, baby. Alright, super balls are ready to go. Now we want to bang them in the fridge for 1 hour to set. Once they're set, you can store them in an airtight container in the fridge for up to a month. So what do I think of the Anko 2 litre food processor? Mate, I absolutely love it. I was putting off doing the review because a couple of years ago I bought a different brand one. It was really big, it was really loud, and it scared the absolute crap out of me, and I ended up giving it away. The base seems to be smaller, but the bowl is a beautiful big size, and it was nowhere near as loud as that other machine. The feet of the machine do have suction pads on them, so if that was sitting on a bench, it wouldn't move at all. But considering I had it bouncing around on the sink and it still worked perfect, it took 40 seconds to chop those super balls up, and I can't believe I've finally got some super balls. Because the whole thing pulled apart, it was really easy to wash. I'm definitely going to be using this baby a lot starting tomorrow. We're going to attempt to make 2 weeks worth of homemade meatloafs for large dogs. So all the veggies I've got to grate or chop up, I'll be using this beautiful machine for. If you haven't got one yet, definitely go out and get one. This winter, it's going to do all the work for us. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Have yourselves a lovely day, and I'll be back soon. Toodles!